This is something that I read that I think it's very important, something that I got from Craig Hamilton. And he says, if you are awake, you are responsible. The evolutionary leadership challenge. Okay, so we do have a challenge here. Are we gonna play leaders, or we are gonna play victims, or sheeps, or cows, or what? So it says, when we think about a spiritual awakening, most of us tend to think about it in experiential items. In other words, we relate to awakening primarily in terms of how it's going to change our experience of being alive. When we devote ourselves to a path of spiritual transformation, it is natural that most of us focus on the experiences and states of consciousness that we hope awakening will catalyze. Feelings of expansiveness, joy, balance, peace, love, and inspiration. But as we walk the spiritual path, we often don't consider what we might call the implications of awakening. These are less anticipated consequences of being a more awakened person. One of the most powerful implications of awakening is that as you begin to wake up, you find that you have more clarity, more perspective, better judgment, and deeper care for making things better. You begin to care more deeply about others and what happens in the world. In the process, something interesting begins to happen. You start to find that in many situations, you have more clarity and insight than others around you. This is something you notice yourself, and also something that others begin to reflect back to you. Oftentimes, you find that you are a person in the room with the most wisdom. This is partly because awakening opens us to a deeper intuitive sense of what needs to happen in any situation. But it's also because we are becoming sensitive to the movements of ego in others and ourselves, and want to do what we can to steer around these obstacles to reach higher, more positive outcomes. I'm not saying this to make any of us feel proud. If you are the most enlightened person in the room, it doesn't really mean anything about you. It doesn't mean you are special. It means you are lucky. You are fortunate that you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear and the higher potential to awaken. What's awakening in you is something that's universal potential for all of us. So it's not about going about thinking you are the most awakened person. Nonetheless, you'll often find that you have access to clarity and wisdom that others aren't in touch with. And with the wisdom comes a kind of responsibility, because you are awake. You are responsible for what you are now awake to do. This presents us with a challenge to do something because you are more clear and aware and passionate about changing things for the better. You are in a natural position of leadership, whether you think of yourself as a leader or not. The more you awaken to a deeper dimension of reality, to deeper parts of yourself and higher possibilities for humanity, the more you feel a calling to serve, the further evolution of the process, because you are beginning to see how non-separate you are from this bigger process and everything that's part of it. You begin to feel a greater sense of responsibility for all of it. We are awakening to the future that is trying to be born for the human race. And there is an inherent obligation to do whatever we can to bring that potential into the world, to express it, to model it, to demonstrate it, and possibly even to awaken others to it. So it is up to us. So the big evolutionary challenge in all of this is that you wake up to this potential, you begin to realize it is me that has to do this. Whether we see ourselves as leaders or not, it's up to us to evolve the world. We cannot wait for someone else to do it. If we see things about this world that need to change, they are ours to change. This can be a difficult point for many people that take in because a lot of us feel ambivalent about the idea of leadership. Some of us feel uncomfortable about the idea of holding power. We've seen leadership and power abused, and we don't want to risk falling prey to those temptations ourselves. Others of us just don't want the burden of responsibility that comes with stepping into leadership. After all, if things don't go well, the leader often tends to get the blame. Being a leader means being willing to take that responsibility, to be the one at front with arrows in the back. But from the point of view of the cosmic project of higher evolution, there is really no one else who's going to do this. And if we awaken to ourselves as the evolutionary impulse, we realize that we were the one who created this whole thing in the first place, and it is ours to take care of. It is ours to evolve. There is no one else to point to for that. On one hand, this sense of evolutionary leadership can feel like an obligation. But another way to look at it is that our heart begins to open to an evolutionary relationship to life. We also awaken a deeper care for the whole. We discover a care for the evolution of the whole event. And in that deeper care, we come to a place where there is nothing that we feel is not, in some way, our responsibility. This doesn't mean that everything is our fault. It means that we can do something about it if we are going to, because we care that much. We are no longer drawing boundaries around what we are willing to care for and what we are willing to care for, or what we are not willing to take care of. The whole thing is ours. We love all of its equality, and we do whatever we can in any situation to help it move forward and realize its potential. If you make the shift in perspective, you'll start to notice that it changes the game. It changes the way you are relating to your day-to-day life. Situations that used to just seem ordinary or run of the mill are now opportunities to practice stepping up. In any sense, every relationship, every social context we are in presence, and we are in presents an opportunity to show up differently and forge something new. As you start to become more proactive in this way, you'll also find that you stop taking a victimized stance connecting the concerning the dysfunction around you. A common response to situations that irritate us is to feel victimized by them. We tend to feel like a victim and we blame others for the things that aren't working. But what if instead of allowing any room for victimization, you assume the position that you are the only one who can transform these frustrating situations? This speaks to the heart of the evolutionary leadership challenge. It is recognizing that if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear what's wrong, it means that it's yours to change it. It is yours to do because you can see it. Other people might not be aware of it. They might not see what you see. This doesn't mean that's only your job to do. But it is about letting go of any notion that somehow somebody else is the one who's supposed to fix it or evolve. It's allowing the burden of the evolution of the whole world to fall on our own shoulders. For instance, let's say you work on an organization that has terrible environmental habits. All kinds of recyclables are getting thrown away and the windows are regularly left open with the heat or the air conditioning left on. Or let's say you work in an organization that has an unhealthy organization culture in which the leadership is out of touch with what's happening with the company, and there are all kinds of unhealthy dynamics. What if, instead of just feeling frustrated about the situation, you saw it as an evolutionary leadership challenge? What if you took responsibility for being the one to change it? Now, you might think that you don't have any power to change the situation, and if you raise your voice, you would just get fired. And that might be true in some cases. So it might not always be worth the risk, but very often we have a lot more power and potential to change things than we initially sense to admit. We see ourselves so little. Yes, we think that we can't. We think that we depend on others. But we are such powerful souls. That's why we are here, and we can change it. So again, it is wonderful to be awakened. So it's not about being better. It's not about being special. It is the ability to take advantage of this moment, because we are deciding our future right now, what we are choosing. What are you choosing? Are you choosing ascension? Are you choosing to be part of a new earth? Are you choosing to get in contact with 100% of who you are, who you really are, and connect with the whole cosmos and the whole galaxy and have all that information? And not to get sick anymore, and maybe to even stay young and skinny? You know, the other day somebody was telling me that the first thing people do when they go into the fifth dimension, they can choose the body. So the first thing people do is, oh, I want to be skinny, you know. So immediately we can lose weight or let go of the overweight. And this could sound so crazy, yes? But this is the truth. We've been living in a big lie. We've been lying to ourselves, and this is time to connect who we really are. But that will happen even suddenly, and and it looks like we are gonna be saved, but we are the ones saving ourselves, deciding to save ourselves. And there will not be suffering or anything, because everybody's worry about their families and things like that. Do your work. Do what you have to do. Choose, make choices in a conscious way. Okay? So, by the way, we started the webinar, the 3-part webinar, and this is a completely new program that I created, and we work with being conscious, how to think big. That is so important to think big, and how big thinkers think, yeah, in times like this, opening up, adapting, adjusting, getting out of our comfort zone. So how choices create, the power of choices, and how to do it more consciously. And we work on letting go of things that really are on our way, yeah, of creating or evolving, ascending, yeah, that it could be blaming, yeah. So letting go of blaming, very important, because that's keeping us stuck. Definitely, well, forgiveness, but money programs, all money programs, what the things that we heard about money that are, in our programming, and they are playing and they are controlling us. They don't work for us anymore. So, in order to attract, in order to find your mission, you have to let go. So, the webinar is about finding your purpose, yeah? So, we started already going into the mission statement, yeah? Our mission statement. And even though we had the first class, you can still participate. Yes, because the class was recorded, so you get it, okay? And this week on Wednesday, we work on the DISC profiles, analyzing our DISC profiles. That gives you so much clarity. It's a great program. Okay, and some of you that are new, I think we put the information about the Ho'oponopono mini workshop that we had. Yeah, because I know some of you are here because you want to know more about Ho'oponopono. Yeah, so that mini workshop will give you a lot of information too. But let's do our breathing hat, talking about Ho'oponopono. Okay, so remember how we do it. I'm going to remind you. We are going to put the feet on the floor, our back straight. You can touch, the chair, but also if you want to be just sitting straight, so that the energy flows even better. We are going to close our eyes, but remember we put these 3 fingers together. Many of you know the meaning, okay? We put these 3 fingers together, we interlock it to form the infinity sign, yeah? We put it on our legs. And remember, we inhale and exhale through the nose. And all we do when we do this breathing is count. We are not thinking about a problem. We are not repeating anything. We are just counting. So we are inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And as we inhale, we count 7. I inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I hold my breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Later, when you do it on your own, if you are inspired, 8, 9, 10, you follow your own inspiration in the moment. It might even change moment by moment. Okay? So, again, eyes closed. Remember, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hold my breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hold my breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is one round. We do that 7 times, 7 rounds of breathing out. And when you finish, please stay with your eyes closed, because I'm going to take you through a meditation connecting with our hearts. Okay? Thank you. So when your eyes close, now we are going to take a deep breath. And remember, with each deep breath that you take, you relax. We are going to let go. And as we take a deep breath and we exhale, we let go of the heaviness that we have on our shoulders. We are going to relax our shoulders. They are going to go down. And now with another deep breath, we are going to relax our jaw, our forehead. And as we exhale, we keep letting go. Just a deep breath will do the trick. And the best thing we can do always is relax. Breathe. Another deep breath, and you take all that relaxation down to your body. Again, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your belly, your legs. You keep letting go, you keep relaxing, you keep connecting. We are going to anchor from the heart to the highest will of the divine consciousness to help in the plan of elevation of the human consciousness, of the union between people, the town, creeds, back to the consciousness of the heart on planet Earth. In this meditation, you will use the power of your imagination. Through your imagination, which is one of your divine attributes, you can see the most beautiful and brilliant colors, the profound depth of space. You are free from any ties to a physical body and the limitations that this entails. Relax, smile, even if it's not physical, but see yourself smiling. Have an inner smile. And this is what you can always do, having an inner smile. That just by doing that, but by taking a deep breath, by deciding to relax your shoulders, you go to this deep place of relaxation. There are many reasons to be thankful, since each moment is unique. And each moment brings you a new emotional understanding. Thank you for being free, beautiful in any way, or every way, for your understanding, for your intelligence, for all the love, all the love and the life, for being alive, for the air you breathe, for the love that life has given you. Thank you for my human experience in its perfection. Imagine now a ray of light of a very beautiful, bright pink color comes out from your heart that reaches the heart of our earth. So imagine now a ray of light of a very beautiful, bright pink colors comes out from your heart and reaches the heart of Mother Earth. Let all your gratitude reach the center of the earth for this connection of light. Gratitude because she, from her very skin, has given you all the atoms of your body. She gives you all the vital substance in the form of food, air, and shelter. Your physical wrapping is made of it. You live with it and in it. Thank you. Imagine the planet seen from the space, radiating joy at the recognition that your being is making at this very moment. And observe how the earth and the sun are intimately connected in their cosmic dance, traveling around the galaxy. Enjoy a few seconds of this joyous connection. Beautiful. Go back to your body now and imagine that if your body were the wrapping of an inner universe. It is your universe and you can imagine it as you wish. Shapes, colors, stars, life, all united in a creative way, whose center is in your heart. Look at the center of your own universe in brilliant white. That center contains the most precious asset for any human being. The union with the happy and loving essence that knows everything. The consciousness of the unity of your own spirit awaits you there. Prepare to begin a journey to space to reach that wonderful center within you. Use your imagination to see yourself inside a bright vehicle of light that will transport you to that sacred place. That vehicle works with your instruction. Now you can program it. You can tell this vehicle, dear light, take me to the no polarity space that exists within my own universe. To the tiny space of my heart. And now your vehicle begins to move. Let it do it at its natural speed and simply feel worthy to enter the most sacred place that exists. You deserve it. You are worth it. Step into that light. Allow it. When you get there, stay feeling that vibration that surrounds you and that can now be felt throughout your body. And now that you are there, you can order the following. Now I allow the highest consciousness that I am to act through me to anchor the light that the purpose of the greatest good on earth at this very special moment. Now I allow the highest consciousness that I am to act through me to anchor the light and the purpose of the greatest good on earth at this very special time. And let the experience happen from your heart. You might feel a very strong energy passes through you, or you experience other things. Whatever you experience, it will be perfect. Allow sincere gratitude to yourself to embrace you right now as you have rendered this service to our planet. Thank you. I love you. We are going to count from 0 to 5. At 5, we are going to be aware. We are have our eyes open. But before you open your eyes, just stay in this place, in this sacred space. Be aware of that feeling within you as you observe the outside world, knowing you can always come back, and that you have the power to make amazing changes in this world, to contribute for all the changes, everything that we are living now. So as we count from 0 to 5, you can also imagine you are going up some stairs. And as we go 1, 2, we are now a little bit more aware, more conscious. At 3, we can already feel our body, our physical body. At 4, we start stretching. And 5, we have our eyes open and we are here, back, with more light, with more peace to bring to the world, to be able to help more, to contribute more, knowing that we can do it. That's the reason why we are here. Okay, so are you ready to clear some karmic agreements? Some old agreements we made. This is also from Drumbalo's School of Remembering, that I've been given permission to share with you. But remember, you can always rewind, yeah, listen, do it again, do the meditation again. I am actually recording some meditations that they wrote for me, and hopefully I will have them available soon for you. Okay, clearing off all karmic agreements. You can relax. You can close your eyes if you feel, but be sure you relax. As the master of my destiny and the creator of my reality, I accept that all contracts, agreements, and every formal vow that I had made were not made by the truth that I am. They were agreed upon by an inflamed personality structure that I thought I was, but now I realize is not the highest truth of my being. I accept that neither the universe nor my highest truth would ever or could ever hold me accountable to agreements made with when innocently lost in exaggerated states of unconsciousness. I accept that I wasn't wrong to take on such vows or make any agreements. These were part of a divine plan for me to incarnate into a world in which contracts, vows, and agreements were already in place. As I take the time to nullify them, I free myself and the world in the process. In knowing what I know now, I hereby nullified all contracts and agreements, known and unknown, seen or unseen, remembered and forgotten, throughout all cellular memories and my subconscious mind. I also release, relinquish, and surrender all formal vows I may have made as a monk or a nun. This includes the vow of poverty, the vow of chastity, the vow of renunciation, the vow of silence, and all misunderstood bodhisattva vows, agreements of victimhood, codependency, or martyrdom, as well as anything else believed, imagined, agreed to, or assumed by ego. By the appointment of my own divine authority, I allow these vows to be clear and released out of this energy field, return to the source of their origin, transmuted completely, and return to the purity, wholeness, and perfection of eternal light. As of this moment, I reclaim my complete and absolute power, allowing this personality to uniquely express the light of divinity that completes the mission I came here to fulfill. From this moment forward, I activate and embody a new heart center, consciousness that heals, awakens, rebirths, and liberates all as I am now, and so it is. Yay! Okay, guys, to the new earth we cannot take any of this. So we are leaving it here. We are cleaning. No, we are not leaving anything. We want to clear. Yes? So we are gonna clear all this. I told you, let go of the suitcase, the heavy suitcase, because you will not be able to take it with you. Because you choose to be free, yes? Yay! This is our opportunity. This is what we've been working for. Please keep yourself informed, but don't engage with the fear. Know your power, where your power is, and how you are a leader. Take the role of a leader. Take the challenge of being a leader, of making a change, of contributing. Be there to be different, there to speak truth. Yeah? Are you taking the challenge? Okay, so I don't know if you already have my book, but the $100 bonuses that you get when you buy my book in Amazon, it's not gonna be for long. Okay, maybe one more week or so, I don't know. So I wouldn't wait, you know, and go and get it because it's a very timely book. Now I can tell you that. I didn't know. It had a time, a perfect time to be published. It was during the pandemic. So I really encourage you to buy the book. To get the $100 bonuses now, you go to zerofrequency.com/book resources, and you will follow the instructions, and you will get my very first zero frequency training like 10 years ago that I did with Dr. Ihaliakala. I invited him to my first zero frequency training ever. And he was part of that presentation. So you can have the audios from that presentation. So you will have him, but also you have access to an amazing event that was Renew You with Don Miguel Ruiz, Dizzy Cordova, Gabriel Nosovich, Gary Quinn, and others. And you can have access to that too. So two great bonuses that will help you a lot in these times that we are experimenting so much change and so much that we have to adapt. Okay, so the webinar, you still can participate. We just had only our first session, and I'm sure you will enjoy the meditation of the inner child we did, and everything that we work on letting go and starting working with our mission statement. And then if you want to know more about Ho'oponopono, you have the mini workshop that I did. I don't know if it was, what, May, June, I don't know anymore. But I think you are going to enjoy the 4 hours that we spent together knowing more about Ho'oponopono. And I think that's it. And if you speak Spanish and you dare to come to Mexico City next weekend, Ho'oponopono is sold out, but we still have the easiest way to happiness, peace, and success. Another zero frequency training next Sunday. Okay, so I hope to see you there. Thank you very much. And we are gonna say the peace of I, and we are gonna part. But just to go for our leadership challenging event, okay? So the peace of I. Peace be with you, all my peace, the peace that is I, the peace that is I am, the peace for always, now and forever and evermore. My peace I give to you, my peace I live with you. Not the world's peace, but only my peace, the peace of I. Adios. So I'm gonna try my best to connect from City of Mexico this week, but definitely no lives next weekend. Okay, I'll be presenting the seminars in Mexico City. Bye. Love you. Take good care of yourself. Be a leader. Bye. You can do it.